What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Comme de Garçons Homme Plus collaboration with Nike on this Terminator High in the black and white colorway. So this right here is one of my latest pickups and it's a collaboration between Comme de Garçons and Nike. If you've been even remotely following sneaker releases throughout the past little while, you've probably seen that Nike's really trying to push the Terminator model, so it didn't come off as too big of a surprise to me when I saw that there's going to be a CDG collaboration. So these released back on April 1st for a price of $235 US or $305 here in Canada. These released alongside a navy and a red colorway, but the colorway for this shoe is just white and black. So the Nike Terminator is a shoe that released back in 1985. And it's considered to be the very first shoe that Nike released specifically for the college level when they were debuted by the 1984 NCAA champions, the Georgetown Hoyas. So I guess the Nike Terminator has much more of a cult following. It's tough to be sandwiched between an Air Jordan 1 and the Nike Dunk, but this year we've really seen Nike try to push this silhouette to the greater sneaker community. So for this collaboration, the upper of the shoe is crafted using premium leather in a mix of white and black. So when we look at the toe box, this is covered in a white colored leather, and we have these perforations that are found all across the toe box. Surrounding the front toe cap, you'll see it has this nice gradual taper to it, and it's overlaid on top with this black colored leather. This black leather loops around the sides of the toe box, and it's done in this wavy fashion covering the eyelets of the shoe as well, all the way to the very top. And then underneath this, the majority of the rest of the back half of the shoe, this is crafted using that same white colored leather, and we have a variety of stitches going all across this quarter panel. And then overlaid on top of this, we have this large Nike swoosh, which is again constructed out of that black colored leather. Moving on to the back of the shoe, so the very top of the heel, this is covered in another large panel of black colored leather. We have this white leather pull tab in the very center, and then pressed across the bottom of the heel, we have CDG branding in black on the left foot and Nike branding on the right foot. As far as the laces go, so these come with two different lace options, the standard and default lace, and the one that I prefer are these flat style laces in white, but if you want to give the shoe a bit more contrast, they also give you a black colored flat lace as well. Underneath this, the entire tongue is constructed out of that same soft white colored leather, and on the very top of the tongue we have this leather tag with Nike branding pressed on in black. If you look at the back of the tongue as well as the interior liner of this shoe, this is covered in this super soft, broken in feeling leather in this off-white or sail color. So this really elevates the feel of the shoe and it gives it much more of a premium finish. And then as we take out the insoles, so these come with their typical foamed lined insole, however it's lined in this layer of synthetic leather on the very top in white, and stamped on the heel we have both Nike and Comme de Garçons co-branding in black. So the upper of the Terminator sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, which is entirely painted in white, and encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we have a polyurethane insert, which is where the majority of the comfort is coming from. On the midsole on the forefoot, you'll see we have these stars, which is something typically seen on the outsole of a shoe. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, the entire outsole is crafted using a black colored rubber. For the most part, we have this herringbone style traction pattern, and we have Nike branding found in the middle of the medial side. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, so the Nike Terminator is a roomy and large fitting shoe. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a 9.5 and they fit me very comfortably. So I would definitely not recommend sticking true to size. Even if you have a wider foot, you're going to be swimming in these if you go true to size. So go a half size down and it'll fit you much better. To give you guys a point of comparison, I go with a size 10 in models like the Air Jordan 1, the Nike Dunk Low and High, whereas I go down to a 9.5 in a lot of my Air Force 1s. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty standard as far as a 1985 shoe goes. It's not going to be the softest and most well-cushioned shoe. Underfoot you can feel a little bit of cushioning, but generally speaking it feels pretty firm and there's not too much from a cushioning standpoint. However, for just an everyday casual use shoe, they're going to be fine. And I have to say the upper of the shoe, the leather is pretty soft. So unlike the general release Terminator highs, where they use a very stiff and hard synthetic material, this one in contrast is much softer and it doesn't require that same break-in time period. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I thought it was pretty good. That's kind of expected though, given that this is a collab with CDG, but compared to the normal GR Nike Terminators, it's completely night and day. You can tell that they use genuine leather for the most part on this shoe, and while it's not the best quality materials I've seen on any sneaker, it's definitely above average as far as Nike goes. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought this pair was pretty solid. there really was no major issues that I had. The stitching was good, the panels were cut in place consistently, and the paint job was really good as well. So in hand, this really felt more like a premium Nike collaboration, which it should have been anyways given the price point of this pair. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. The Nike Terminator, like I mentioned, has much more of a cult following. It doesn't have that same level of cachet as an Air Jordan 1 or a Dunk, even though they all have a similar vibe because they're all mid-80s basketball sneakers. However, if you want to stand out from the crowd a little bit, while still looking like a very versatile white and black Nike sneaker, I think this is a very solid choice. You're not going to be stuck wearing a Panda Dunk like everyone else, or even a black and white Air Jordan 1. I think this pair is going to be a lot more rare to see on the streets, so if that's something you like, then this is definitely a great option to pick up. I know the price point is a little bit high, and I don't know if these will eventually make their way on sale. I know the Comme des Garçons Foamposites eventually went on sale, so I wouldn't be too surprised if these went down that same route. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Comme des Garçons Nike Terminator High. What are your overall thoughts on the silhouette and the colorway? And is this a shoe that you could see yourself picking up? Is the price point too high, or you're just not a fan of the design? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, follow my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.